So Sky News has once again teamed up with YouGov to find out about public attitudes to the government handling of coronavirus. And if we start here, all the way along through the first few months of the coronavirus pandemic, the public gave strong backing to Boris Johnson's government. In March and April, even as we were going into lockdown, this white line here, which is how well the government's doing, was high. 72% of people said they were doing well, and it peaked 21% badly. But as lockdown's being eased, you can see that that line has crossed over. And now, as the restrictions start to come off, July the 4th, obviously going to be a big day, you can see that the government is still in negative territory for its handling of coronavirus. And on Thursday this week, the polling that we did suggests that 51% of the population think the government is doing badly and 44% think it is doing well. So why is that? Well, we dug down into exactly why people think what they do. And if you look at different aspects of the government's handling of coronavirus, you can see that they're broadly supportive of what the government did to protect the economy and jobs. 65% saying they did well protecting people in work, and protecting the economy is 54%. But that critical figure, has the government managed to minimise deaths? Well, only 30% of people thought they did well at that. And those things that the government was specifically responsible for, testing and tracing, distributing protective equipment to those on the front line, well, 23% and 28% respectively. So only a minority of the public thinking that they did a good job at that. Meanwhile, the public seem to have a more favourable view of the Labour leaders' handling of the pandemic. Keir Starmer, of course, not being in post at the start, but coming in a few weeks after the coronavirus pandemic hit badly. And here we have 42% of the public saying he's been doing a good job on coronavirus, 22% saying that he's done a bad job, and 36% saying they don't know. So if the government are overall in negative territory, I suspect that Keir Starmer will be quite happy to have more people saying he's doing a good job than a bad job. Now, why is that? What's absolutely fascinating is we asked, has Keir Starmer been too supportive of the government on COVID-19? And only 5% thought that he had backed Boris Johnson and the government too much. 19% thought that he had been too opposed to the government, and 44% thought that he had done about right. Now, Keir Starmer has negotiated quite a careful line, targeting some narrow elements for criticism, but backing the broad thrust of the government's approach, including last Tuesday's lockdown lifting announcement. And it looks from this polling as if the public think that was the right decision.